Hello, scrapbooking buddies. We're back here for session number 2 of the Savvy Scrapbookers. And today we're going to be using the Tropic Time designer print paper. And these are the 2 pages that we're going to be doing today. So let's go ahead and get started. So you're going to need to pull out your designer print paper, and you are going to need this beautiful sun paper. That's the first one we're going to use. So grab that paper out and then grab your trimmer. What we're going to do is we're going to do a 3 by 12 inch strip to start with. So you're going to put that in at the 3-inch line. Make sure it's nice and straight and get you a 3 by 12 inch piece. Okay, so set your trimmer aside, and then we're going to come in here. We're going to be using our large jumbo circle today, and we are going to make it so we can get it just in here, trying to save as much paper as possible. We're going to be using the red blade, okay? And we're putting in it, you can see that it just fits. But instead of pushing it in the middle, we're pushing it up because we're going to punch out of this bottom section here. So when you use this, make sure both feet are into the groove. So put both feet into the groove. I usually stand up to do it. I feel like I get a little bit of a better leverage when I'm zooming around. Okay. So now we have this beautiful sun circle. Okay. And then we're going to put this back into our trimmer. And we are going to trim it off. Push it to the top so you get like a nice straight edge. And then we're going to push it over just so it just kisses the 2-inch line. Okay. So go ahead and give that a cut. Okay, we're going to save these pieces. And then we're going to take what's left over from this, and we are going to be using the circle punch. And if you haven't tried the new circle punch, it's a little bit bigger than the double one we used to have a long time ago. And we're going to punch 4 circles out of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're just going to put our circles to the side up here. We don't need this. And our next piece of paper you're going to pull out is this flowered paper. It's just gorgeous. It's got like these pretty blue daisies on it. And on the back side, we have it looks like little tiny rainbows. Okay. So I'm going to put my rainbows so that they look correctly like that. Okay. Not that that matters, but we are going to use a couple mats on these. So then let's go ahead. We're going to place this in our trimmer, and we are going to cut a 2 by 12 inch strip to start with. Okay. So put it in at the 2-inch line and make sure it's nice and straight. Give it a 2-inch cut. Okay. And then we're going to bring it back over, and we're going to bring it to the 4-inch line, because now we're going to be making us some mats. Okay. So we're going to do a 4-inch cut. Bring our arm out, because now we're going to be making 4 by 6 mats. Take it down to the 6-inch line. Now I want you to take one of these strips and put it up with the circles, because we're going to cut more circles with that, and then put this with the mats. Now you should be left with a 12 by 6 piece of paper, and we're going to make 3 more mats with this. It's already 6, so we just turned it to make it, put it to the 4-inch line. Okay. So then we're going to put these mats over here with the mats, okay? So we've got all of our mats cut. We've got everything cut. So now we are ready to put our base papers down. But we're going to do something a little bit extra with this green fern paper. So these are our base papers. But I also need a few circles out of this. So what's going to happen is this is going to go over here, okay? But I'm going to punch 3 little circles so that this is going to cover it up, because I want a few of this little color brought into the other page. So if we take this piece of paper and we go down at least 2.5 inches, okay? So there's 1 inch, 2 inch, 2.5 inches. So if we come down at least that far, it's going to cover it up, okay? So then you put your circle in, and we're going to punch 3 circles. Okay, so now we put these up with our circles, and we are going to take this large, just line them up nice and straight on your mat, And we're going to go ahead, and this is going to come over here, and it's going to cover those up. So go ahead and put adhesive on your large part of your sun. Okay, and we're going to bring it in here, and I want to make sure wherever I put it, I've got it. This looks like it's a 3. That's 1.5 inches. I'm going to bring it down. There's the 10. About like that. So I've put the top of it right there at that 10-inch line, okay? And the reason you're going to want to know is because I'm going to bring this other side, and I'm going to put this in over here. It would be the 2-inch line. So go ahead and put adhesive on that. We're going to make sure that our paper's nice and straight. Put this at the 2-inch line. I'll bring this over here because I want it to be perfect. So it looks like it's continuing from one page to the other. Okay. So we got that at the 2, got that all nice and lined up. And now we've got our sun on there. So now we're ready to go ahead and put the rest of the fun things on our pages. So I'm going to bring this in, and I brought it in about 1/2 inch. Okay, so if you're working on your mats, that's super easy to see because right here, all at the top, it's got your 1/2 inches and your 1/4 inches and your everything. So go ahead and put adhesive on that. And if I'm going a little bit too fast, just make sure you pause it real quick and then catch up and then start it again. So I'm going to put it here at the 1/2 inch and then here at the 1/2 inch at the bottom. That way we know it's nice and straight. You don't have to worry about that. Now on the other side, we're going to do the same thing, and I'm going to do this really fun print right here. So let's go ahead and put the adhesive on that. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side, put it at about 1/2 inch. Bring it in, put it at the top there, put it at the bottom there. And there you go. So now we've got our mats. Okay, so we had this mat that we set aside up here, and we want to take that, and we're going to punch 6 circles out of this, okay? So we are just going to bring it in here. You can flip it over if you want, as long as it makes it on there, because we want to make sure that we can get 6 out of here. So flip it over if you want. Line it up in there. I'll show you what I'm doing so you can see that, okay? And then we're going to do 3 more on the other side. You might not use all 6 of these, but we might. So we're just going to go ahead and punch all 6 and set that aside. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to bring these fun circles that we all cut, and we're going to scatter them over throughout this kind of thing. So we already have the sun background, so I'm going to flip those like that, and then maybe flip half of these over. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Now we're just going to scatter them just however you want to do this. Kind of overlap them a little bit, but you're keeping it on the yellow part of the mat, okay? So just make it look however you want. Let's maybe bring another one like this, a green one. Then let's do maybe this one here. We need another green one up here. We've got a couple extra. We could, let's see, switch this one, maybe bring this up here. And just arrange them however you like them. Maybe we'll put this one over here. We'll bring this one back here. There we go. I kind of like that. So arrange it the way you like, okay? And then we are going to go ahead and stick those down. So grab your adhesive and start sticking those down. If you wanted to hang them off the edge, you could. It's just a personal preference thing, okay? So make it look however you like. And then we're going to add a few little embellishments to this. I hope you guys are enjoying this collaboration, so don't forget to go watch the other 2 videos so you can make all the pages. Even the green side has a different side to it. I really like bringing the green in a little bit because it brings the color in from this side, okay? But you choose the side you want. You put it the way you want. There's not going to be a wrong way, okay? This kind of does have a little bit of a rainbow look, so I am kind of putting those up so that they're correctly, because some of our mats are going to kind of mimic that too. So, and if you like taking a paper pack and turning it into pages, make sure you check out my Paper Pack to Pretty Pages website, because that's pretty much what I do with all the paper packs that are in the Creative Memories current line, is I turn them into 6 or 8 pages. So make sure you check that website out too. And make sure you comment. I want to invite you to subscribe. Take a second, click on that little subscribe button so you don't miss any of the fast and quick ideas that I do. Okay, so now we're ready to add our mats in. Okay, there I got my little rainbows again. And then on this side, I'm going to reverse it and kind of bring it in here. And if you notice, one of your rainbows are going to be going this direction. So that's the one you're going to want to flip over, just so that they are both going the same direction on your page. And of course, you could add more pictures to this. Some people don't like putting the mats down. So if you don't like putting the mats down, you could just simply put a little bit of repo on it and then put it down. That way, if you want to go back and change it when you actually use the pages, you can do that. Sometimes I'll put a little bit of repo in each corner, just so I can remember how the layout is. But to me, if I went to put a picture on here and my pictures, let's say we're just going like this and this, that wouldn't bother me because I could put a sticker here. I could put journaling box here. So a lot of times I do go ahead and stick the pictures, the mats down. But you do whatever works for you, okay? So we're going to bring this back over here. And I put that down at, if you see, about a 1.5 inch line. So I would kind of mimic that on this side of the page too. Plus I've left room, so if you wanted to put more pictures on your page, you could absolutely do that. You wouldn't mat probably every single picture on your page anyway. So let's embellish, okay? So this is the fun part. We have little sticker clusters, so let's start right over here. And we are going to add some little leaves in like this, and maybe this flower in. And then we're going to do the same thing down here. Maybe break up that color that kind of looks the same and bring that in about right there. So once you get it the way you like it, go ahead and stick that down. Now I personally love the jewels, and there's jewels that come with this. You could use foam squares if you wanted to pop these a little bit if you like foam squares. Totally up to you what you like to do. I will use foam squares on the other side because I kind of feel like it needs it. The flowers, they didn't have to, but totally up to you whether you like that. So I'm going to go ahead and add a couple little jewels in this. So I'm going to take kind of this light pink jewel because I think it's going to pull that kind of peachy color out. And then I'm going to, I don't know, what do I feel like? Maybe a little blue center. Let's use a blue and put that in the center of that. Okay. Now you could add a couple little jewels in here. Maybe pull in that same kind of tealy color again here. Or leave it. If you don't like it, totally fine. Let's put something across the top. I want you to pull out of your embellishments. I want you to pull these kind of a leaf, viney looking thing. It's very, very pretty. And a lot of times I like to cut them to give them, you know, just a little bit on this side, a little bit on that side, which is what I think I want to do here. So I think I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm just going to cut that right there and kind of line it up however I like it. And then bring this over here like that. Or do I like it more like this? Either way looks kind of cool. I don't know. You can do whatever you like with it. I think I'll kind of put it like this. Okay. So decide how you like it. Then go ahead and put adhesive on it. Now I'm using repositionable, and the reason I would want to use this here too, because when I go to put my picture down, I'm going to be able to lift this up and put my picture and kind of have the leaf coming over the picture, which kind of has a cool look when you finish your scrapbook page. And then let's go ahead and we got to connect it a little bit. Okay, like that. And go ahead and put this down. Okay. Let's go ahead and add, if you want to do a little journaling box. I love the little leaves that are in here with the journaling line. So I'm going to put that in here because I'm figuring, you know, we just went to Florida. I could use this to journal one of the days we went for a walk or went to dinner on the beach. And then let's add a few little jewels because I don't think you can have too many jewels. So we're going to add a couple little clusters here, maybe a small pink one and an orange one just to bring that color in. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish up this page here because we are almost done. So I want you to find the two little separate palm trees and we're going to put these here kind of like the sun is setting. I kind of like that idea. So we're going to go ahead and put those in there, make them the way you want them, and then go ahead and put your adhesive on it. Make sure you comment. Tell me what you think about this Tropic Time. Tell me what you're going to use it for. And let me know when you finish all the pages. Okay, we've got Loving Right Now. I kind of feel like the Loving Right Now would be really perfect with some foam squares. So I'm going to throw a couple foam squares just on that. Foam squares, optional. Obviously, if you don't like them, you don't have to use them. I personally love them. They kind of give a depth to a page. So let's go ahead and put Loving Right Now. And I think we got to have another little, maybe a couple little tiny jewels because jewels are just fun. Our last sticker cluster is going to be up here in the corner. So what we're going to need is we're going to have a little sun. And we're going to do sun and fun up here. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this down with the adhesive. Okay, like that. Kind of have it go all the way to the edge, I think would be good. And then I am going to pop this up with a few foam squares. Got a big one in the middle, a couple little ones at the end, like that. And of course, we're going to have to probably have a jewel because that's just what we need. So Fun in the Sun. I'm kind of lined that up kind of with this. And maybe a big one right in the middle of the sun just to kind of give it a little sparkle up there. And I think we're done. I hope you enjoyed this today. Make sure you go over to Donna, the Lazy Scrapbooker, and Nicole Scrapbooks. Get your other two pages. Comment and let me know what you think. And happy scrapbooking.